Now, I know it's been a difficult time since the divorce took place, whether you initiated or whether it was something that you didn't expect and anticipate. I know that you've gone through a roller coaster of emotions, and they say that the emotions and that roller coaster is similar to grief, and it will be because the loss of a relationship, particularly a relationship that established and was the foundation of your identity, with that gone, you do feel grief, loss, sadness, even bargaining whether you can be in that relationship again, and then finally acceptance. And it's at that acceptance phase when you could be ready for a new relationship. Now, the research on relationships after divorce is quite interesting. Stats show that 60% of second marriages last longer and actually are successful than first time round. So that's a win. And even for myself, the relationship that I had after divorce, the loving, spectacular one, lasted 6 amazing years, 6 years that I would never replace. It was phenomenal, was amazing. The difference with entering into that relationship as opposed to my marriage, with my marriage, I had lots of expectations of my husband and of myself. But with this second relationship, I went in there into that relationship knowing I'm okay, I'm fine, and irrespective of what happens with this relationship, I'm always going to be fine because I've come through a divorce. And now I'm whole, I am complete, and ready to have a loving relationship with somebody else. And so there were few expectations upon myself and upon my partner. And like I said, in entering into this, there were fewer expectations, and I actually felt more calm, more grounded. And that's because I had come through a journey of self-rediscovery of who and what I was. Some of the things that I did was just to be reflective, to be still, to listen to my wisdom, to be in the moment, not to rush anything, not to rush to be in a relationship, because I didn't need a relationship to fulfill anything for me. I was already whole and complete. And so the relationship was to enhance who and what I already was. And I knew who and what I was because I'd taken the time to reflect, to be still, to be in the moment. In being reflective and being still, I was able to identify those things, those values, those thoughts, those beliefs that were important to me. And so in having a greater understanding of who I was, what I was, how I created my experience moment by moment, I was able to enter into a relationship without the expectation that somebody else was going to fulfill me, that somebody else was going to make me whole. And in having that greater awareness and understanding of myself, it enabled me to enter into this new relationship with some new skills. So first and foremost was about empathy and understanding. In having an understanding of where my experience was coming from moment by moment. In understanding the expectations that I had taken into my marriage and now was not going to take them into my new relationship. I was able to have a deeper level of empathy, understanding, which then created a greater connection. I was also able to listen more deeply. And when I'm saying deeply, it's not actively listening so that I can respond to whatever the other person was saying, but actually to listen and be in the moment with nothing on my mind. And so in connecting, not only listening to the words, but on a deeper, fundamental, spiritual level. And that is what created the foundation for our relationship moving forward. So what does a successful relationship look like? Now, as I said earlier, I was in a beautiful, wonderful 6-year relationship, which ended recently. Now, some people may think, well, that wasn't successful, Janet. Well, yes, the relationship ended. However, the successes were, 1, I understood more about myself. 2, I understood more about what I wanted from a relationship. But also, I learned to love unconditionally. That was something I hadn't experienced before, but was able to experience within this last relationship. And that was so powerful, so fundamental, so beautiful, which was something that I hadn't experienced before and now can take into a new relationship. And so, yes, even though that relationship ended, what I have learned about myself and also unconditional love is priceless. So in moving forward after divorce, it's not just a matter of survival, of getting through the next few days, weeks, months and years. The relationship after divorce can be a beautiful, enriching experience that takes you to a different level of awareness, self-awareness, and awareness of your partner, a greater understanding of who you are and what you are and how you choose to show up in the world. If you want to know more, click the link below and go to the full blog post that's on my website. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye.